to our MLitt Environment, Culture and Communication Offer Holder webinar. My name is Amy. I am part of the team here at the University of Glasgow's Dumfries campus, and I am delighted to welcome you to our session today. I've got two very special guests who will be joining me in just a moment. But first, I wanted to invite anyone who has any questions, anything you'd like to know more about this fantastic programme, about studying in Dumfries. You can head over to slido.com and use the code hashtag #UofGECC. That's UofGECC, Environment, Culture and Communication. And you can ask any questions that you might have and we'll get some answers to you. You can also use the comment section or the web chat on YouTube as well. So please send in any questions you might have and we'll make sure and get some answers to you. So before I introduce my very special guest, I'm going to first start with a little bit more information about our school and our campus as a whole. So this programme is based within the School of Social and Environmental Sustainability here at the University of Glasgow's Dumfries campus. So the campus itself is based in 85 acres of parkland in the town of Dumfries. We typically welcome staff and students from across the UK and around the world, so usually from more than 40 countries every single year. And we're living within what we like to call living laboratory that surrounds our campus. So that includes our teaching garden, which you can see on your screen right now, and that is right at our back doorstep at the Rutherford McCowan building. But we also use the wider region of Dumfries and Galloway and Scotland as a whole as well. So things like the rivers, forests, agriculture, dark sky forests, the peatlands, the coast, they're all right on our doorstep. And so we make use of them as much as we possibly can in all of our programmes and in everyday life here in Dumfries as well. We pride ourselves on having some really small class sizes as well. So it means you get much more time to have that one-to-one interaction with your lecturers, with your tutors, but also with your classmates as well. And our students here make friends for life. We're a really close-knit community here in Dumfries, and being a University of Glasgow, we are a Russell Group institution. So our academics are among the top researchers in their fields. So you're going to be learning from some really fantastic people on this programme and on this campus. So Dumfries itself is a town in the southwest of Scotland. It's approximately 75 miles from the city centre of Glasgow. It's a really friendly and welcoming community. We have everything you could possibly need: cafes, bars, clubs and restaurants, all within our town centre and further afield as well. We have sports and health facilities both on campus and off campus in the town of Dumfries. So on campus, we have the gym, we have the sports hall, fitness classes, sports classes, all completely free for our University of Glasgow students. So there is other facilities in town. There's the ice rink, the rock climbing, there's 24/7 gyms, swimming pools, but we also have those really important gym facilities on campus completely free of charge for all of our students as well. We also have cinema, theatre, shopping. We have a very vibrant cultural heritage here in Dumfries with music, literary and arts festivals all throughout the year. Some even happen right here on campus. And of course, it's Dumfries and Galloway, so we are not short of the great outdoors. So if you're into hiking and nature trails, mountain biking, we've got the forest, the rivers and the coast right on your doorstep for you to explore. So a little bit about our school in general. We have 4 main subject areas, and that's environment, sustainable development, education and tourism. And you'll hear a little bit more about how all these elements kind of come into play in our programmes. Very quickly, I want to talk about accommodation. We do have 3 halls of residences here in Dumfries. They have 39-week contracts and their fees include Wi-Fi, utilities and personal contents insurance. We provide you with bedding and bed linen, and the kitchens also have all the crockery, cutlery, glassware, basic cooking kit that you might need. So you don't have to bring too much with you when you move in. It's a great way to make new friends and settle into student life in the student halls. And our residence life staff are on duty every weekend and evening, basically outside of normal accommodation office hours, to make sure you have all the support that you might need. So our first hall is the Dumfries Hall. It's the one closest to the campus. It says 10-minute walk to campus. It's really more like 5 minutes. It's right at the bottom of the hill of our campus. It's a 20-minute walk into the town centre or a quick 5 to 10 minutes on the bus. It's 6 flats over 2 floors, and all of our bedrooms are en suite with communals, kitchen and dining areas as well as lounge areas. And all of our halls of residence, all 3 of them, have laundry on site. Brook House is our next one. That's right in the town centre. Now again, it says a 5-minute walk to the town centre. It's more like 30 seconds to the high street. You're right in the thick of things in the town of Dumfries with this one. It's about a 20-minute walk to the campus, or again, you can catch the bus. It's 5 to 10 minutes to the campus on the bus. We also have a large kitchen with this one with 13 single ensuite bedrooms, and these are across 2 floors as well. And finally, we have Laurie Now. So that has 7 ensuite bedrooms across 2 floors. There's a large communal kitchen and a smaller kitchen upstairs, as well as a sitting room. And there's, of course, laundry on site as well. This one's the furthest one out from our campus. It's about a 40-minute walk, but it's 10 minutes on the bus to get into the middle of campus, or it's a 5-minute walk to the town centre as well. So in terms of cost, all of our halls have a weekly rate of £184 per week. This is for 2024-25, and these fees are paid in 7 instalments from October to April. So the application portal is open. You must firmly accept your offer of study, but you can apply with a conditional or unconditional offer. Please just be aware of those deadlines, though. It's really, really important to be aware of the deadlines for your application. So you'll see the application portal here. Keep a note of your username and your password. Super, super important, because that's how you're going to manage your entire accommodation experience. And when you're looking at this, you can apply for Dumfries campus. So keep an eye on your email if you're applying for accommodation. Make sure and add the accom@glasgow.ac.uk to your accepted email addresses, so nothing important is going into your spam or your junk. Be aware of the offer holder deadline, and be aware also of the £600 prepayment for halls as well. Now, a quick note about finance and funding. I always like to highlight this because we have a fantastic tool here at the University of Glasgow for you to use, and that is our searchable scholarship database. So it's at glasgow.ac.uk/scholarships. You can go on here and put in all sorts of criteria, like the level of study, so postgraduate study, the type of program that you're doing, where you live in the world, all these different things that might influence types of scholarships you might be able to apply for. There's no harm in having a little look and seeing if anything could be applicable for you. Also, while you're here, other sources of funding, we have part-time work opportunities. So it's a full-time program. We recommend no more than working 16 hours per week in addition to your studies. But there's lots of opportunity here in Dumfries in particular: cafes, bars, restaurants, hospitality, both on campus and in the town as well. There's also ambassador work, so you can come and work with our student ambassador team. Our student ambassadors fit their hours around their studies, and it's a really fun way to meet new students and to join in a lot of fun here on campus. There's lots of places to look as well. You've got your career centre, your job shops, internship hubs, but you've also got staff in Dumfries that can help you find local opportunities also. And finally, just a quick word on student support services. It's something that's really, really important to us, particularly here at Dumfries campus. We have a dedicated student support officer who is based here. They can be reached by phone, email, or on location in their office, their drop-in hub on campus in the Rutherford McCowan building. So student support officers really are the first point of contact for an array of questions you might have. Anything from finance and accommodation to study support or access support for disability, anything that you might have worries about, you can come and chat to us and we'll be sure to help you out. The big thing I want to say is if you aren't sure, please just ask us. If you have any questions about anything related to your time at university and you're not sure where else to go, you can come and see us. Come and chat to our team, come and chat to the Student Support Services team, our academic colleagues. We are here to support you. And if we can't help you ourselves, we'll absolutely know someone who can, and we'll make sure and put you in the right direction towards them. So that is enough from me for now. I am delighted to introduce my first guest, which is Dr. David Borthwick, who is our Programme Director for this fabulous programme. Hello, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome, Amy.
It's great to have you. So I'm going to let you just take it away, tell us all about this wonderful programme.
Thanks ever so much. Hello there, everyone. Thanks ever so much for joining us. So I am Dr. David Borthwick. I am the Programme Convener for ECC at U of G. So what kind of degree is it? I'm going to take you through that and talk a little bit about the kinds of courses, the kinds of assessments, and the kind of experiences you might have on the degree. So it is an interdisciplinary degree with an environmental humanities approach, and it explores the relationships we hold with our wild environments and also how these evolved. So across its breadth, the programme looks at the culture of nature, how the environment is interacted with and defined by human responses to it, both historically and in the present. Of vital importance across core and elective courses, from those dealing with eco-critical examination of cultural texts to those considering environmental ethics and behavioural change, is how people think about the environment and how we might learn to communicate to a wide range of public groups key messages concerning, for example, environmentally responsible behaviour, species loss, and climate change. The rationale for the creation of the course was to create graduates whose skills transcend the traditional academic learning silos. We want graduates who are conversant in more than one kind of environmental discourse. The course privileges, in many of its assessments, an applied approach. So we're very interested in taking an applied approach in order to communicate with a wide range of audiences. So not just academic, but journalistic, political, and public as well. So the programme then pays attention to the culture of nature, how we understand and what attitudes influence key environmental decisions. So to give you an example, why is it, for example, that oftentimes landscapes like this one on the slide, a mountainous and wild terrain, why is it that they are valued and revered more readily than, for example, this one, which is a biodiverse salt marsh, which is also a crucial carbon store. This picture taken just 5 minutes down the road from the campus at the Kirlaverick National Nature Reserve, which is a really vital ecological site where wetlands are diminishing and their value is partly not recognised because of cultural norms. So, what kinds of courses will you be taking on the degree? So there are 4 core courses, of which you must take 3. So there's reading the environment, old and new world romanticisms, writing the environment, modern and contemporary environmental texts. There is the course environmental communication and also environmental politics and society. And what the programme's really looking to do is to encourage interdisciplinary inquiry. So blending environmental humanities methods with those from the social sciences and indeed from the school specialism in tourism studies too. Elective courses, so beyond these core courses on the screen just now, elective courses are those such as these. So including ecology and conservation, or a cultural history of animals, tourism and climate change, environmental ethics and behaviour change, and also in the autumn of 2024, a new course that's been offered for the first time in population monitoring. That will look at biological recording and museum collections, everything throughout that gamut to routine monitoring of particular species in particular places. If we're thinking about the distinctive features of courses, it's worth mentioning in terms of the course Environmental Ethics and Behaviour Change that 2 of the course team, Dr. Franks on the right and Dr. Hanscom on the left, along with former colleague Sean Johnson, literally wrote the book on the subject. So you take 6 courses across 2 semesters. So semester 1 is customarily mid-September to mid-December. Semester 2 is early January until late March. So you usually take 3 courses per semester. You do 6 taught courses. Having done those 6 taught courses, you move on to the 3rd semester, which begins from around now. Indeed, students are going to be doing dissertation induction with me next week. And students in semester 3, from May until August, have a choice of what they will do. You can either do a dissertation, which is an independent research project on a topic of the student's own choosing, which is coherent with programme aims and objectives, and that culminates in a research dissertation of 10 to 12,000 words. So that's one possibility. What we also offer, quite uniquely in the school, is an 8-week work placement at an organisation of the student's choosing. So in that case, the student approaches an appropriate company, organisation, or charity, and with help from faculty, secures a research placement. So it's not just that you're working in an organization, but that you're conducting research within that organization. So research is undertaken which engages program themes and theories in an applied way. So those are the two options, either a dissertation or a work placement in the third semester. Now, for all this talk of the courses you may choose, of the choices you may make in semester 3, all this sounds like an awful lot of hard work, and we do work hard, but we have an awful lot of fun while we're doing it. It's important to emphasize that we have a great deal of fun. We apply ideas from class to real places. In the case of the animals course, we make field trips to visit some of the species discussed in class. The Dumfries and Galloway region and Scotland more widely hold enormous opportunities to think along with landscapes, to think along with diverse environments through experiential learning. Dumfries and Galloway features a forest park, a dark sky park, a UNESCO biosphere among its designations and attractions, and indeed at the moment is in the running to become Scotland's next national park. So we do have a lot of fun and we do get out and about. There are at least 2 field trips every single semester and some further activities as well. So we like to stay in touch with our graduates too, of which here are some. So they are proof at once that one can graduate from the degree. It's possible. And also at the end of it, you get to have your picture taken alongside a man in a ridiculous hat. So having done all of that and graduated, what do students then go on to do? Well, they usually go on to work in, for example, environmental journalism, in environmental comms or advertising, in communication with environmental NGOs, into the creative or artistic fields in environmental advocacy, and further study to doctoral level. What I'd say finally is that if you have any questions whatsoever about the environment, culture and communication programme, you're very, very welcome to get in touch with me directly. Please never be shy to drop me an email. I'm always very happy to speak with prospective students. You can be asking questions for this webinar, of course, but do contact me directly too. We'd be really, really pleased to welcome you to the University of Glasgow and to the School of Social and Environmental Sustainability. Thanks ever so much for listening.
Thank you so much. Some fantastic information there. Very much appreciated. So we have some questions that have been sent in. Thank you so much, everyone. Keep sending in those questions. For now, though, I am so excited to welcome one of our student ambassadors, Priya. Please come and join us here. Hi, Priya. How are you doing?
Hello.
So great to have you with us. I wondered if you might like to share just very quickly a little bit about, I suppose, student life in Dumfries and life on campus.
Sure. Well, for student life, I'd say it's very, very, very fun because it's such a small community as opposed to like a big campus. We get to know one another quite quickly, and so yeah, I've made friends quite easily when I was staying back in Dumfries House, as Amy was talking about earlier. So yeah, I have many friends in like the MAPE course, one of the courses that offered at our uni, and also in my environmental course. So yeah, it was quite easy to know people outside campus as well quite quickly. So yeah, that was fun because of the kind of close-knit community that we are. And student life, it's been actually, I'm in my second year right now. I'm a student ambassador as well, so which I've just joined this year. So that's been quite fun, and definitely I'm more comfortable than I was in first year. It's more settled into Dumfries, know my way around quite better now. So yeah, that's fun. And yeah, I'd say everything's like quite good in my second year as more compared to my first year. And yeah, I know Dumfries better now, so I know like it's easier for me when I want to like study by myself, or when I'm by myself or with my friends. I know it now that I know better now. It's it's way nicer than my first year. So
So you are definitely the student ambassador to come to for all sorts of recommendations about where to eat in Dumfries, where to go, where to hang out.
Yeah.
We'll send everyone to you on induction week, and you can get some recommendations from Priya. Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, I'm going to invite Dave back on screen now. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so many questions. Let's just dive straight in and see what our first question is here. So, are there any funding opportunities to support the cost of tuition? So I'm going to highlight again our scholarship tool that we have on the University of Glasgow website. So that's at glasgow.ac.uk/scholarships. You never know, you can head on over there to see if there's anything that might be applicable to you that you might be able to apply for. When it comes to paying tuition fees, we have things like payment plans and installment plans that might help out a little bit as well. So if you have any worries about that, you can absolutely reach out to us, to our Student Support Services team, as I mentioned earlier, to ourselves. I'll pop some details up for contact details at the end of the video here, at the end of the session, and you can get in touch if you have any worries whatsoever. But I would definitely recommend to check out the scholarships tool because you never know. Okie doke. Next question. Are we able to visit the campus before September classes starting? That is a resounding yes. I think everyone here agrees. Yes, absolutely. Our campus is open all year round. So wonderful student ambassadors like Priya here run campus tours all throughout the year. You can head on over to our website, glasgow.ac.uk/Dumfries. There's a button there that says visit us. Click on that and then you can book in for a campus tour. You can find out how to get to the campus, how to come and visit us through all different types of transport. You can also find out a little bit more about life on campus and the facilities that we have here. So if you'd like to do that, you can book online. If there's any dates or times that don't suit you, though, don't worry. You can send us an email. We'll set up a bespoke tour, a meet and greet, anything to make your journey a little bit easier on you. We're more than happy to accommodate anything that you might want to do. And I should also mention, brand new for this year, we have an amazing suite of virtual reality 360 tours of our campus. So you can head over to glasgow.ac.uk/schools/SES/virtual. There you will find a whole suite of 360 virtual reality tours of the campus. We have an environmental field course with Dr. Natalie Weldon out at Rockcliffe. You can join her on. We have things in our teaching garden with one of our actual classes as well. There's a lot of things there that you can do. So please do check that out. You can access it on your phone and you can hold it up to view it around like this. You can use your finger to scroll and you can see all the 360. You can see all around you. You can use a headset if you have it, or you can do it on your desktop computer and use your mouse to scroll around as well. Lots of ways that you can view this. But if you haven't seen it already, I would definitely recommend you check it out because it's a lot of fun and you can see the campus. If you can't get here in person, you can still see the campus. So something to check out for sure. Anyone else want to add anything though? Because I realized I talked a lot about visiting, but I think we're all ready to welcome everyone, I think.
Yeah. You don't need to wait for an open day because we're never closed.
We're never closed. Absolutely. Okay, here's a great question. How much freedom is given in our final dissertation to choose our own topic?
A great deal of latitude is the answer to that. Yeah. Every student has a supervisor for their dissertation, and it is you who chooses from faculty who your supervisor will be. So within the specialisms of the degree, any particular courses or avenues that you would like to pursue, that's perfectly possible. It needs to be coherent with course aims and objectives, but I've never seen that be a barrier to anyone at all. So you get to choose the specialist who's going to work with you during the summer on your dissertation, and there's a really wide range of things you can do. What we encourage throughout the program is for students to follow their nose. So there's a great deal of freedom even in taught assessments to consider where you're going to prepare yourself for your eventual dissertation topic too. So yeah, huge freedom is the short answer.
Brilliant. Sounds ideal. And I mean, Priya, different program that you're on, but in terms of that kind of flexibility with your assignments, I mean, how have you found that coursework side of things? Have you had much freedom and the ability to kind of choose what you want to kind of study or focus on?
Well, we have a placement in our third year, and we've just been given a wide variety of options. Of course, there's the option to either study in Scotland, in the UK, or abroad. So, and many of my classmates in my second year, they have gone to study abroad in their second year. So I think we definitely have a wide range of subjects to study, especially because it's a more broader subject of environmental science and sustainability rather than one specific thing in like the whole environmental science. So we have lots of flexibility, to decide what we are most interested in, what we're best at. So I think I'm definitely I'm quite sure about what I want to do, like in a particular direction. So, but I'll know more in my fourth year. So I think that's a good thing about the course.
No, that's brilliant. That's so great to hear that's been your experience. I mean, like I say, it's a different program that you're on, but it's a brilliant thing to hear that's been your experience as well. So thank you. Okay, next question. Lots to get through. Here we go. Okay, Priya, definitely one for you. What do you like to do in Dumfries? Will we have free time to explore the area or Scotland? I think both of you can answer this, but Priya, you go first.
We definitely have lots of free time to explore the area. I think if you happen to apply early and settle in earlier, maybe 1 or 2 weeks before classes start, you can take a stroll around Dumfries, get to know the campus more. I'd suggest coming on campus and like just taking a tour of the building to see where exactly your classes are, so that you don't get lost on your first day like me. Or take a tour around Dumfries. And we also have time to do that in over the winter break when of course the UK is quite pretty, and in the summers, but we have a long summer break. So many of my friends, we planned like many trips to go to Glasgow and Edinburgh and Moffat as well, which is really close to Dumfries, just 30 minutes away. So what I personally like to do in Dumfries, me and my friends, one of my friends, she works at the Korean's pub, which is one of very famous pubs in Dumfries. So it's like our most common hangout spot. I like to go there often, sometimes to study, because they have like study hours on Wednesday and Thursday, or just like a lot of our university events are held there. Or if not, I'd like to take a stroll around, by the river, or go to Dog Park, or just come on campus. Actually, it's so pretty and so peaceful on campus. So yeah, those are one of my few favorite things to do in Dumfries. There's a lot more than that, but.
Oh, that's fantastic. I mean, in terms of the kind of further travel as well, I mean, we're quite fortunate in Dumfries to be a little bit of a hub. You can go south, go to Carlisle, go to Newcastle, Manchester in England, but you can also go north, Glasgow, Edinburgh, the Highlands. It's quite a central location to kind of go either direction. So quite handy. I mean, I've certainly made the most of that when I've been here to go exploring. And actually, I should mention, we had one of our student content creators, Sri Kumar, made a fantastic video of his travels over the winter break. And he literally traveled the whole of the UK over winter break, and he did a fantastic video about it, where he took us along with him and went to London, he went to Isle of Skye, and he went, everywhere in between. So if you can't, it's on our YouTube channel. You should check out that video by Sri Kumar of his first winter break in the UK. He got up to all sorts. It was brilliant to see. But yeah, Dave, anything to add at all to that?
Just if nature is your jam, then Dumfries and Galloway is your bag.
Love it. Absolutely. Could not agree more. Okie doke. Next question. Here we go. Brilliant question. It will be my first time in the UK when I moved to Scotland for this programme. Do you have any advice? So first of all, congratulations. That's so exciting. We cannot wait to welcome you. I mean, Priya, do you want to go first? Do you have any advice for anyone moving to Scotland for the first time?
Well, when one of the first major things they'll notice is like the huge change in weather. So definitely come prepared for that. It rains a lot, and if they're coming in September, September I think is okay, but October, November is when it gets really chilly. But it'll take a little while it took me 2 or 3 months personally, but then you'll grow into it, so it's fine. You'll grow adjusted to it. I'd say in terms of preparing in terms of clothing, waterproof clothing and everything, it's more better if you buy them here, just because there's a wider range of stuff than I think you can find in other places. So yeah, whether, and if the advice about settling in at university, just don't be afraid to ask people questions. Everybody, like, either ask one of our student ambassadors or staff, because it's such a small campus. People are very nice, and they'll help you out with anything that you need. So yeah, for me personally, I had a lot of help from my teachers and my friends from hall, so that was helpful for me.
That's brilliant to hear. And again, certainly, coming over to Scotland for the first time, you will not be alone in that respect. We have lots of students in the same boat. So
Yeah.
We'll all be here to support our student ambassadors during Welcome Week when you first arrive. You cannot miss them. They'll all be in bright pink t-shirts. There's no way you're not going to see them, but they are here to help. They are current students. They've been in your shoes before in terms of moving over or coming to somewhere new. So they are absolutely ready to answer any questions. Even if you're lost or you're just like, I've got my lunch from the cafe, where can I eat this? Anything at all. There's no silly questions. We want to do everything we can to help you settle in. So make sure and make use of those brilliant student ambassadors when you arrive. But yeah, Dave, anything else to add in?
I think you and Priya have covered it really well.
Brilliant. Super. Well, yeah, we cannot wait to welcome you. So congratulations again. Thank you so much for the question. Let's see what we have next here. Oh, brilliant one. Okay, this one's for you. For you, Dave. Do you have any recommended reading I can do over summer to prepare for September? I love the enthusiasm here.
No, that's absolutely fantastic. Well done, whoever posed that question. So I guess as an introductory text, I'd recommend Timothy Clark's The Cambridge Introduction to Literature and the Environment. And that's kind of a good dipping your toe in the water of the kinds of issue that we will explore. I could give more detail than that, but if you want to contact me directly, I'm very happy to send you the handbooks so you know exactly what we're going to be reading in semester 1. Yeah, the Timothy Clark Cambridge Introduction to Literature and the Environment, that would be a good starting place.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Oh, both of you, thank you so much for your time. So this is all we have time for this session today. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in your questions. Thank you for joining us. Thank you both for your time, for joining me today on this offer holder webinar. It's really great to chat with you. If any of our offer holders, any of our future students have any further questions at all, you can contact our team at dumfries-comms@glasgow.ac.uk. Please just reach out. As we've said, there are no silly questions. There's nothing too small, nothing too big that we can't help you with. So just reach out. We're more than happy to help. But in the meantime, we'll say thank you again. Looking forward to hopefully seeing you on campus in September. And bye for now. We'll see you soon. Bye.